Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this. Up to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Dallas.
Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Well, pass there over the middle to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the the gun. It's Elliott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. This is brought in at the 21. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Randy Gregory gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Prescott to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And again, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 27, Prescott looking for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
So after the INT, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Throwing now is Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a 1st down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. But Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20.
To a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And Suckup missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here, because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
1st and 10. Here's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A handoff to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 14 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
42, Mike 42, 72. Let's go, defense.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He completes it to Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Suck up for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Off the play fake, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott on play action.
And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Fournette, a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, now Brady. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by the rookie, Kelvin Joseph.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rolling to his right. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Don't stop that motor.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Target. Switch. Hey, Alabama. Check Mike 11,
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
70 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brady going to throw here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited.